Hey everybody, it's Captain Kyle and I'm here with the EARTHSPARK Transformers EARTHSPARK Shockwave. And this is a brand new deluxe that came out. Very cool looking. He's about 20 bucks and we're gonna break him out. He did appear in the EARTHSPARK series later on, and he does come with Build-A-Figure stuff, so, which we don't have everything, so we can't build a figure yet. But I'm gonna go through him, see if he's cool, see if he's good for your collection. Be right back. All right, so I haven't broken this guy out yet, so let me just use my knife. And I mean, the packaging looks pretty good. Standard EARTHSPARK. And we have him out of the package, well, partially. In his plastic-free packaging, we have instructions. We have this piece of shit paper. And so I am going to, first of all, remove the Transformer drugs. And from the back, I'm going to try to slice these pain-in-the-ass paper strings. I'd heard they might be switching back to more plastic packaging, but we'll see. That would be nice. He is free. There he is. And his arm fell off. But it's one of those slot right back in, so not a big deal. But something that, you know, not having a window on the box could cause problems with. So there's the figure. Looks like Shockwave, very reminiscent of the G1. Let's see what's in this drug packet. It's an arm! Yes, it is one of the arms of Mandroid. So that will go in my case to hopefully not be lost. There's also a nice little weapon here, which fits nicely into his hand. So let's take a look at this guy. So looking at him, I mean, obviously he's Shockwave. He's got the ears that are movable. He looks very much like the G1, but I'm sure he doesn't change into a space gun. A space gun would be really nice, though. As far as posability, starting bottom up, he does have a little bit of an ankle rocker type situation here. So there's a little joint here. So that's good for posability. The legs themselves, now he's got these pieces on the side, it looks like, that move up. So after moving those up, these little wiggly things on his hips here, it appears he can pretty much do a toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme. Bends at the knee. He's got this nice little chin protector or knee attachment, kneecap. He can really, really dig in and practically remove someone's testicular region. He can do side kicks, front kicks, even with a proper form. Roundhouse kicks. You could do a number of kicks. So that's pretty good. He also does twist at the waist. Now these two pieces on his hips here kind of move out of the way, and his arm came off again. That's not good. Maybe I didn't put it back in as well as it should have been. There, I felt the snap. So hopefully his arm won't come out again. If it does, then that says something about this figure. But twist at the waist, the arms, you can move them all the way around. Bends at the elbow, swivels out. The fists themselves actually turn. I'm turning the gun and it's turning the fist, so that's a good thing. Now when I say fists, he's got this gun here attached by hose, very reminiscent of his original, but I wonder, it pops out. So he's got another fist here that actually holds this gun by a little post under here. So again, very reminiscent of the original. The head, it's a little stiff, but it can turn, so he's got a stiff neck, which means he swallowed his Viagra way too slow. The weapon is pretty good here, as well as his standard weapon. Now with the hose attached, you don't want to really twist the arm all the way around because that's going to start tangling the hose and that's not good. Now he's got these things here next to him. I am not sure if they're supposed to stay back as they fold. The one over here folds all the way back. This one is stopped by the little tube. So, but here's his rear view and it's not too kibbly. Looks like he's wearing a backpack, maybe going to school, learning some shit. But yeah, overall, it's not a bad figure. It does give me more of the Cyberverse style vibe than, definitely not as gritty as the Siege line. But still a cool looking Shockwave. He's got a little Decepticon symbol on his chest. He's got one eye, so depth perception could be an issue. Let me take a look at the instructions because sometimes they reveal additional capabilities. So that's neat. If he doesn't want to carry his gun, it attaches to the backpack. So it's storage for his. It's almost too big to be a handgun. It's almost like a P90. The gun, not the exercise thing. But usually Decepticons like to remain armed. It actually can go in the lower hole as well, but that's not ideal. And you can also put it on his other gun arm so he can double his blast. All right. Now, what he changes into is like a cross between an Imperial Walker and a tank, or one of those things in the Matrix. By the way, looking at his pictures, I think these are supposed to go back for robot mode, but it's not horrible to have them up. It looks kind of good. But all right, let's get him into his Walker Tank Ranger, Walker Texas Ranger mode. It actually has 20 steps listed, but some of them are kind of easy steps. So there he is in what is supposed to be his alt mode. Now, one thing I'm noticing about the tube is it interferes with having this go all the way flush down. So that's not a happy thing. I have to say, there are some Cybertronian modes that I appreciate. This one, it looks like he's trying to be tarantulas, but he's only halfway there. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with the alt mode. Definitely the robot mode is very reminiscent of the G1, so I think that's cool. But this thing, yeah, I actually prefer the Siege weird looking spacecraft thingy that he's turns into to this spidery monstrosity dude. It's really a weird transformation. It's like he's gonna come out of the television set like the Ring, and it's just not thrilling me. But quality of it is good. The robot mode is good, and you get the Build-A-Figure piece. Now what's interesting is it has you actually remove the hose. When you open up the backpack, you can slide it out. Then it has you put it right into the very same spot. I guess maybe it's to not interfere with you while you're transforming this guy, but I can't say that, again, it's all that thrilling. But if you're a completist, he's not a bad figure to have. The fists are interesting the way he transforms, because most of the time you flip up the little cover and the fist slips out here, but no, the fist is actually attached to the cover, which is kind of a switch. So not a bad figure. I'm just personally not a big fan of this particular Cybertronian mode, but I definitely think he looks very cool in his bot mode. Again, very reminiscent. I'm a sucker for G1, and like most modern figures, it's pretty posable. So, but there he is, Shockwave. Sky came to just see what was going on. The tube could be a little more flexible. It's kind of hard. It'd be easier if it was a bit more flexible. Bye, Sky. Well, like I said, not a bad figure. These are like $19.99, something like that. So a little bit less than a deluxe, even though they're considered the deluxe of this EARTHSPARK line. Megatron, where are you? He's probably hanging out with that Soundwave. Doesn't even have really an original name. Took after me. So I'm gonna put a link to this guy. You can get him a lot of normal retailers out there. And while you are considering this particular Shockwave, I have a reissue Shockwave. Well, it's a counterfeit reissue, so it's a reissue video over here. You can check that out. And of course, like, share, subscribe. Super thanks would be much appreciated. I need to buy more toys. And we'll see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting. Bad impression.